When a woman wounds a good man, she has to understand that he's no longer going to show up the same. Once he puts his time, energy, and trust into someone and they break it, he may still love them, but the pain will have changed him into a person who no longer trusts or cares as much as he used to.
When a man is trying to pursue you, girl, he got all the patience and time in the world. And whenever you give him a little, that's when they start giving all them excuses and stuff, calling you a distraction and talking about they don't want to be with you no more and going back to their baby mamas.
If a woman says to you, get away from me, leave me alone, guys think that she's a guy. So they think she means leave me alone. What she really means is chase me and prove to me you love me. Ladies, if that's true, make some noise. So I understand, in a masculine, logical world, if a guy says, leave me alone, you leave him alone. Because that's what he wants. But a woman tells you something, just know, usually it means the opposite of what she's saying.
I don't text you. Like, the truth is, bro, if she don't text you good morning, handsome, call you, or attempt to FaceTime you throughout the week, she don't really with you like that, G. I'm just gonna be real. You always gotta text her. You always gotta call her first. You always gotta set plans with her. Y'all been talking for a while, she don't with you like that, G. I'm just being real. And if you always gotta come out of pocket, she definitely don't with you like that. You want with women who really want to with you and make your life easier, not harder. That's just what it is.
You know, once men start doing the math on this stuff and looking at their bank account, they realize that, you know, choosing peace, checking out a lot of this foolishness is actually better for them overall.
Most of you don't understand that men live to please you. They get to the point where they don't know how, or some of you don't let them. By the way, do you think this man would be a dependable man? Just give me your first reaction, ladies. Yes or no? Yes or no? Solid as a rock, dependable. True? Yes. But he's being pushed away, and it isn't because she doesn't love him. Can you see that? It's that she's wrapped up in a world of constantly going back and forth between fear, anxiety, and anger. And he doesn't know how to break through that. He's been trying for a very long time. And he's finally exhausted to the point to saying, even though I love her, maybe at this stage of my life with X number of years left, because that's usually what does it, by the way. People get to the point where they go, you know what? I can't spend another decade this way, another 5 years this way. I can't imagine. I got to do something. I don't want to leave, but I can't live this way.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
She says no, sorry, I'm not interested. What's the worst case scenario at that point? What happens? What happens? Do you shrink an inch? Do you lose? Like, does your hairline recede an inch? Does money like fall out of your bank account? What happens? Please. So I have minus 1,000 aura. No, that's not a thing. The aura is lost. Okay. And if she says yes, how much aura is gained? Please. You'd rather hold your dignity? You ain't holding no lady in your bed because you scared you holding your dignity because you ain't getting no play. If you not approaching nobody, just say have a nice day with a smile and walk off. Thank you, Sancho. Yes, exactly.
You know, modern women, their attitude is so bad, they get into this back and forth where guys just stop. Well, don't worry about it. You got it. And then they move. Oh, what happened to why he move on? Because all of this nonsense that you got going on, that's going to be the end of it. I don't have time for it.
Why don't men approach women they like in a coffee shop or a store? All right. First of all, the coffee shop is awkward. Okay. Because if a man approaches you in a quiet coffee shop and there's people there, people are nosy, right? They're going to be looking. They're going to be like, oh, whoa. And everyone's going to be silencing their headphones just to hear in a little bit, right? Everyone's going to be looking at him, right? That's a lot of pressure. It's not socially acceptable to really approach somebody in a coffee shop like that. So all eyes are going to be on him. It's a little weird to do that, like socially. And then everybody else in the fucking coffee shop is going to peer in their nosy noses to see what's going on. That's why it doesn't happen. That's why I recommend people go to bars, because that's where it's socially acceptable to talk to strangers. I know people hate it, but it's just the reality of the fact. Stores is also a little awkward too, right? Right? It's like guys don't want to bother you. Anyway.
I don't give a what anybody told you. It is impossible for you to show up for your children 100% and be the best mom ever if you're living in survival mode. Okay? Please understand, there is no possible way for a woman to be the best mother she ever could be if she's living in survival mode. I'm talking about working multiple jobs, stressed the out, has no support system, nothing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you can't be a great mom, but I'm saying that the mom you could be if you weren't living in survival mode ain't on the mother that you are while you're living in survival mode, because we're not meant to live in survival mode. The internet and everyone trying to make it seem like we're supposed to be these independent women and we're supposed to thug it out and do it and we could do everything. Yes, we could do everything, but we are not meant to live in survival mode. And it's impossible for you to give your kids the best version of yourself if you are living in survival mode constantly, non-stop, stressed the fuck out. You can't show up for them kids. You can't even show up for you.
These modern women think that a man is supposed to want what she wants. I say the plan, I announce it. You're supposed to want it too, right? If your vision is different from mine, then you must not really even like me. You got to be exactly like me.
These are truly one about men number 64, men.
Yep. What's up?
When you're talking to two girls at the same time, do you know who you like better?
Yes.
Do you know, are you talking to them because you're trying to figure that out?
Nope.
What is your thought process?
We're worried that the one that we like doesn't like us back, and so we're protecting ourselves. It's a little ego thing, or we don't really like either that much.
Have you ever had a crush on a girl, but you thought there's no way she likes me, so you just gave up?
Yeah, pretty much every girl I've ever dated. We do that all the time.
Do you notice our outfits?
Yeah, our taste is just really basic, so we're going to celebrate the big, glitzy, glamorous dress just as much as the jeans and the tank top.
Do you even know what your guy friends are doing day to day?
Even I'm still bad at this, even though I've been professing that we need to get better. I've been making an effort to call some of my male friends. I've just got off the phone again for the fourth time. This is the fourth phone call I've had with this guy in the last month and a half. And he goes, "Hey, are you in Florida, by the way? I've been here since December, since the beginning of December. Just never mentioned it."
Have you ever pretended to like something just because the girl you were talking to did?
I watched Made in Chelsea for 5 years straight. I still watch an episode here or there. I think I follow some of the cast members on this app. I hate the show.
But the one thing that modern women continue to try to do is they continue to try to tell the man, well, my friend's doing it. This person is doing that person is doing this. My ex used to do. I don't care nothing about your ex. You're not with him no more. All of this stuff is manipulation. All of this stuff is trying to move you in the direction that they want you to be in.
Ignoring a woman makes her more interested in you, but ignoring a man makes him lose all interest immediately, and the difference is self-respect. Men never bet their self-respect, not even for the most precious thing in the world. Because once a man feels unwanted, he doesn't chase louder, he goes quiet, not to manipulate, not to test you, but because something inside him simply closes. A man can love deeply, he can give effort, time, protection, loyalty. But the moment he feels dismissed, replaced, or taken lightly, his instinct isn't to compete, it's to withdraw. And when he withdraws, it's rarely dramatic. It's silent and final. He won't beg to be valued. He won't argue for basic respect. He'll simply remove himself from where he feels small. And if you ever test someone's silence, make sure you're ready for the distance that follows. Because a man who has decided he's done doesn't announce it, he just disappears.
Yeah.
Save this and ask yourself, are you protecting your self-respect or gambling it for someone's attention?
If you cut your own grass, you're basically announcing to the whole neighborhood that you're broke.
Ooh, holy elitist mentality, Batman.
Nothing screams I can't afford $35 more than a shirtless guy breaking a sweat in his own driveway.
Newsflash for this guy and anyone that has a similar mentality, but there are actually quite a lot of people that do take pride in taking care of their own homes and doing things for themselves. That doesn't mean that they're broke.
It's going to be 95 degrees outside, and you're telling me that you want to cut your own grass?
You can always tell when someone hasn't done a lot of things for themselves because Yeah, most people don't mow during the hottest part of the day.
You're not even saving actual money.
Really doesn't seem like someone knows how saving money works, because if a person isn't spending it, yeah, they're saving it.
And it's probably going to be looking worse than if someone else did it for you. And I'm someone that takes pride in how nice their lawn looks. I care so much, in fact, that I don't make it look bad by myself doing it, and I pay someone who's professional to make it look amazing, and it only costs me $35.
Well, whoop-de-doo. But I'm fairly certain that most people aren't quite interested in the opinion of someone thinks that you're broke if you mow your own lawn. That's just amazing.
What a lot of these modern women don't really understand is that no man owes you anything. If you made a silly decision, you might have to deal with this silly consequences. Just straight up. Accountability. Man doesn't have to come and rescue you, so to speak.
For someone who's not married yet, what's the number one red flag that should make them run away before they ever get there?
I honestly have to say the number one red flag in my experience would be people that have substance use issues.
Oh, wow.
Substance use is usually emblematic of other significant mental health issues or interpersonal issues that a person might have. And if a person has mild substance use issues, very often that can metastasize into something much more extreme. My other answer would be a person who is incapable of apologizing. I think you can tell a lot about a person by the way they apologize. I think you should listen when someone apologizes, because if they're prone to what I like to call a apology, which is, I'm sorry you were so upset by what happened. That's a apology. The best apology is, I know what I did that upset you. I shouldn't have done that, and I'm really sorry that I did. And if I had the chance to do it again, I would do it different.
Why do a lot of women pick the wrong man? They mistake drama and chaos for chemistry. They see that loyal man that's super amazing as boring. And unfortunately, some of the good men out there that bring consistency and they have values and they're willing to put in effort often get sidelined. And some ladies like to pick projects over partners. They say they don't want a project, but then they date projects over and over again because they like to be in the role where they're saving the man. Which is funny because these ladies will change the man and then they don't respect him anymore. Or they say that they miss the guy she first met. Or some ladies don't put in the effort and time to heal before they start dating again. So they bring in all the crap from their last relationship, not realizing that that's what caused the breakup in the first place. And then they play out the exact same relationship again because they didn't do the work needed. And some women, they fear boredom. Instead of realizing that maybe they need to pick up some hobbies or change some things about their lifestyle, they just date the first man they meet. And for the men out there that are often overlooked, please realize you could be the best man ever and you would still be overlooked by some of these ladies because until they work on themselves, they won't be able to have that healthy relationship that you would also bring. And this is not your fault.
A lot of guys, you continue to label them a creep. You continue to try to embarrass them for just regular interest in you. A man, it don't matter if the man has a good line, if he has his life together, if she's not attracted to him, then all of a sudden, quite honestly and truly, she starts acting like a loser. She starts acting like a weirdo.
Message! I would suggest that you not even move in with a woman with kids, because they're gonna work against you. And when she get mad enough, she gonna remind you that these aren't your kids. You cannot put your hands on somebody else's children.
Seen that happen firsthand.
You don't come into no household trying to play stepdaddy. You come into the house being a man. You don't come trying to play stepdaddy. You say something to the mama. You don't say none of them kids. Because they're going to resent you off you coming in this late in their life. They're going to resent any male presence that's trying to be positive. Now, if you come in, let them smoke weed and let them do all that, they may embrace you. But if you come in as a real man and you trying to enforce rules and regulations and laws, they're going to resent you. So, man, it's best just on a woman with kids. Don't be trying to play stepdaddy to them kids that ain't your money. Awesome. A woman with kids man, you got to catch him when the baby young, 9 months old. But if you coming in and he's 7 and 8, man, nah.
You know, when men start doing like a cost-benefit analysis of things and they start making rational choices, then you'll start to understand. When you understand why they make those choices, then you start to understand, oh man, he's not mad. He's looking at it, and objectively speaking, dating and stuff like this with modern women doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
A lot of times I think that we are disrespecting men and we don't know. We do things like talk over him, not listen, or something simple like you tell him to do a task, you go behind him and finish it, as if, and what you're saying is you didn't do it good enough. We may cut him off when he's speaking or not value his hobbies. It's certain things that we do that it's not, disrespect is not always loud and cursing. A lot of times we as females think I wasn't disrespectful, but being disrespectful can be silent. And I think that we forget above anything, a man needs respect. And if you don't know, and sometimes, let me say this, sometimes respect is subjective, because what one man feels is disrespectful, another man may not. So it's very important, ladies, ask your man what makes you feel the most respected. Ask your man, not someone else. Don't ask your homegirl. Ask your man what makes him feel the most respected. But if I'm just going to put it under a general umbrella, those are the things. You don't talk over him. You don't correct him in front of people. You want to build him up. You want to, encourage him and pour into him. You want to treat him with the king treatment. King treatment.
That's really rare. Hotels work.
Why?
Because there's nothing in the environment that she's accountable for. That connecting emotionally and mentally leads to the physical desire to do that. But also one of the ways that women get hurt is they want to connect. So they initiate, but they don't mix. And so the initiation has no desire in it. And it's her desire for you that starts the party. So if it's just like, can we dance? Do we have to? But when we're needy for attention and connection, and we will try to do that. We will sex when we don't really want sex. It's not about pleasure and desire. It's about getting your attention. And it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well at all. And it's another thing that men don't know about women, that, and we'll talk about it in the Queen's Code, and it's so beautiful how it really works, is how much the biggest turn on for a man is his woman's desire for him. And the biggest turn on for her is his desire for her. 100%. But when we're worried about, like, if men have been rejected, then they're going to tone down their desire. Like my husband would be kind of like looking for the signs that I was going to say yes.
At some point in time, reciprocity has got to be a thing. Modern women can get out here and have all the demands they want. I want a man that does this. I want a man that does that. I think a man should. As a man, you should. If you don't, then you're down low. At some point in time, all of that BS got to go out the window. All of that crap got to go out the window. And you actually got to start being a good woman to attract a good man.
Let's play a game called Can We Match with Men? Frankly, I'm sick and tired of hearing women complain and then only matching with the top 20% of men. So you and I should be able to do better than that. We just got to match with more than one of the next 5 random guys. We're starting off with Henry. I'm not sure which one he is, but they're all drinking. Let's figure out which one he is. Okay, he was the one who was drinking. And his typical Sunday looks like regret because he was drinking. Okay, let's try the next one. Let's check out William. All right. Once again, not sure which one he is, but they definitely look pretty close. So he's got some good friends. And that is okay because we still have 3 more. Okay, I'm excited about this one. This is Nick. He's got a really cute dog that loves him very much. And on Sunday, he's drinking coffee and going to church. I could see myself converting for him. Green flags all around. He's outdoorsy. He's in shape. Luckily for us, he's figuring out his... Okay, but Tyler, he's got an adorable kitten. All right, I like all of this. He's funny, he's chaotic. Can your dad get me a job? No, Tyler, you're supposed to have one of those. Okay, Vinny, good with kids, biceps. Well, 0 for 5 today. Follow for more.
If a lot of these singles events would really look inward, or these events where men don't show up and look inward and say, you know what, maybe we should start listening to what men are saying about dating in society and modern women, or not even modern women, just their experience. If we'll start listening to it, maybe we can get one or two of them to come back around.
She partied hard in her 20s, sampled every flavor on the menu. You ready?
Lead the way.
And now she's 30, alone with 3 kids, coming this spring.
It's time to settle down now and find me a good man that will take care of me and my kids. I'm looking for a man who is 6 feet tall and makes over $100K. No matches? Why can't I find a good man?
Don't worry, babies. We will have someone to take care of us soon.
A single mom.
Men with no... Where are you? What are...
Gym, working, taking care of responsibilities and priorities, possibly building businesses, trying to leave behind a legacy, building the life that they want so they can establish the future necessary. And some of them are even so lost that they're kind of just trying to figure out what to do with their life. But a vast majority of the good men out there who don't have it, they're just doing life. And they're trying to do everything possible that they can in order to have a better quality of life so that way they can have the future that they desire. And I would bet that every day that you go out, you probably pass one of those dudes. But they in their lane, with their head down, minding their business, grinding and doing their thing because they don't want to waste time or play games. And I would say a vast majority are probably waiting to find the right quality of woman to invest into because, like I said, they're tired of games.
You know, guys, this woman is a genius. She 100% gets it. Because you know what? Real guys now are not sitting out at bars and drinking all night or sitting online or doing all the things that are unproductive. Most of them are sitting at the gym. They're working through all their issues, all their problems. They're beating on their craft, right? They're getting up early in the morning and getting a good workout in. They are self-care. They are investing in themselves in terms of seminars and books and everything else. Because the real men out there want to move forward. They want to build a family. They want to have a foundation. They want to be the men and the fathers that they're supposed to be. That's where they are. They're not sitting at bars. They're not sitting out and doing things that are unproductive. So ladies, if you want to find a real man, go to the gym. Love it.
Growth-minded men are the easiest to manipulate in relationships, and here's why. Because you're always willing to look at yourself, and that is powerful until a woman uses it against you. So when you say, maybe I'm the problem, that is a sign of maturity, but it also becomes a trap when you're taking 100% of responsibility for her behavior as well. So there's a difference between accountability and self-abandonment. So this is for the men who have done the work, but still feel like they're losing.
You gotta get out the car, bro. I gotta go.
You said that you're always gonna love me.
No, not through that, bro. You're tripping, bro. You gotta go.
You promise me you won't get mad?
I'm not gonna swear, but I don't know what it is.
So, about a month and a half ago, we got into an argument, and I was just really upset, and I was just not like in the right headspace. Like an old friend had happened to DM me.
Old friend?
An old friend happened to DM me, and one thing led to another. One thing led to another, and I just made a big mistake, babe.
Like a guy or a girl?
A guy. I made a mistake. Well, like I said, we were arguing, and he had happened to DM me the same day, and he was like, let's meet up, let's go to this bar. So we went to a bar, and then...
When you went to a bar with a guy that DM'd you, you went home with him? So you went over to his house?
No.
So then what'd you do?
We went to the room.
You paid for the room. So they
I used our money, but then I put the money back because I felt bad.
I'm just letting you know that, like, it's a wrap. It's over. Bro, you gotta get out the car. I'm about to go to the apartment and it's over. I'm canceling I'm canceling everything, bro. Literally every single thing I am canceling.
It'll never happen again.
I'm turning in the joint account and I'll split the money with you halfway. But I don't ever want to talk to you. Stop.
Julius.
No, bro, you gotta get out the car, bro.
Julius,
I gotta go.
You said that you're always gonna love me.
No, not through that, bro. You're tripping, bro. You gotta go. I'm being serious. Stop. You gotta go. You have to go.
me.
Like, I don't even want to look at you. You're like, that's weird, bro. That's like on some other stuff, bro.
I just want a fresh, clean.
Okay, bro. Are you gonna get out? Are you gonna get out?
Like, we're gonna.
Are you gonna get out the car or am I?
Start all over. Just like, please.
Are you getting?
Please give me another chance.
Are you getting out the car or am I? Which one?
Or even look in your direction. But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are loyal, so the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do.
This is just your daily reminder that every man is a loser until proven otherwise. Have a great Monday.
When you look at these videos and then you see a whole bunch of videos from women saying guys aren't coming up to women anymore. I don't know what's happening. I'm hot and all my friends are hot and guys aren't coming up to us anymore. What is going on? Are you guys just not ballsy enough? What is wrong with you? What's wrong with them? They're seeing video after video after video of you calling them a loser on second one, man-hating, being obnoxious and entitled, being a total nag. Why would they come up to you?
Gentlemen, do not stop yourself from being a chivalrous man because you're afraid that you're going to scare her away. Any woman that does not want to entertain you because you're treating her way too well, trust me, you do not want her around. The woman is probably not grown up mentally, or she's been through trauma after trauma, and she's going to jeopardize her next relationship anyways because she needs to heal and develop. And so you want to attract a good woman, and good women, they indeed love a chivalrous man. Being chivalrous is very sexy. In fact, it's the bare minimum. It doesn't take much effort for you to open up the door. You just have to be attentive and know which door she's going to walk through. Like, come on, guys.
And most people think they're good friends. If you ask most people, are you a good friend? Most people would say, yeah, I'm a good friend. And so I said, have you sacrificed that meeting to hang out with a friend? Do you call your friends on their birthday and sing them happy birthday, or do you just put a thing on social media saying happy birthday because you saw everybody else on social media? You know, when a friend is depressed, do you go over to their house and climb into bed with them and sit and watch movies and eat ice cream all day and be depressed with them? You know, have you done all those things? Have you ever said to your friend, I love you? Not love ya, not love you, I love you. Have you done those things? Are you a good friend? And the way to prove that those things matter is, has anybody ever done that for you?
I have a question for everyone that lives in Austin, Texas. Specifically the men that live in Austin, Texas. Why the are you not going up to girls and approaching them anymore? Why is your favorite activity to just sit and stare at a girl like this? You're glitched, like you're loading. I spent the last 2 years of my college studying abroad in France, where the men would just come up to you on the street and propose. To go from that level of attention to coming back to Austin, having men that are so feminine that they won't even approach you at a bar unless they're blackout drunk, was an insane culture shock. I can't go from men coming up and asking me to marry them to this in Austin. So let me know which dating app I should get on, because apparently I can't meet anyone here in real life in Austin. Hinge is way too basic. Everyone complains about it. It is not good anymore. Poppy is the only other app that I've heard good things about, but I've been waiting 3 weeks for an access code, by the way. Do I keep waiting? What do I do? Because I'm trying to find the love of my life out here.
I made a video about how men are not really asking women any questions when they take them on dates. And a lot of the comments were like, yeah, I just stopped talking because, you know, if they're not asking me questions back, I just stop asking them questions and then we sit in silence. My issue, I don't like silence at all. I don't like it at all. Like when I wake up in the morning, I immediately put on music or podcast. And that's definitely because I can't be alone with my own thoughts, but that's a TikTok for another time. So for me, if I stop asking the guy questions and he's not asking me anything and there's silence, I start to panic, and then I'll go in again and I'll ask him a follow-up question about his boring commercial real estate job. You know, I'll say, do you have to go to the office every day? Do you like that? Oh, no, tell me again about your brother's golf tournament. And then the irony is the guy always thinks that the date was amazing because I've given him a combination of a Netflix comedy special and free therapy, and he thinks it was fantastic and I'm exhausted.
Do not know how lucky they are when a girl actually likes them. Like, do you know how many unanswered texts I have in my phone from men who I take literal days, if not weeks, to respond to? Do you know that the fact I'm responding to you
the same business day is a privilege? I don't think they do. I don't think they know.
And that perfectly personifies the thought process of the modern woman. Grandiosity, egotism, a lack of empathy, and pride. Notice how she said business days. The modern woman and escorts are becoming the same thing. And it's not going to change if we continue to allow these games. Fellas, we need to start a no tolerance movement. Cut communication with no explanation. She's sending mixed signals, cut it. Took too long to text back, cut it. If they say maybe or we'll see, cut it. Remove the incentive from the environment, then the behavior cannot exist. Become exempt. One less pawn, one less sucker, one less simp.
Do you know how powerful it is to be single and childless right now? None of our ancestors have been able to do and live the life that you currently have. And that is incredible. I've talked to women who are married and who have kids, and I know they're definitely still very happy and blessed to have the life they have, but there is definitely a part of them that always long for the life that you have right now. They wish that they could take a break from their overstimulating, very busy life and just do whatever the heck they want to do. Just be able to have the peace, the quiet, complete freedom that you have right now. So the grass is always greener, right? So if you do want to get married and have kids one day, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But don't just waste your life away and wait for that to happen. You know what I mean? Keep living your life and realize that you have such a full life full of opportunities. You're a whole person on your own. Your partner should only elevate that. Trust God and let him do his thing, because one day future you is going to look back at this and be like, I wish I enjoyed it more, as opposed to feeling super anxious. Because it's all going to work out. I believe in it. Enjoy this very privileged period of your life, because not everyone gets to live it. Our ancestors definitely couldn't. Anyways, all the best.
I'm so tired of hearing there are no good men left. I disagree completely. I have never had a problem meeting good men, not once. But when I ask women who say this, what are you actually doing to meet someone? Are you going out? Are you trying? The answer is always the same. Either yes, by dating apps are full of idiots, or no, it's too much work. And there it is. Because finding a good person who meets your standards, yes, it is work, real work. And you have to actually do it. I have a friend, Jennifer, beautiful life, amazing man by her side. Other women look at her and say, how? She's not even that pretty. I will tell you how. She has life in her eyes. She goes out, she does things, she puts herself out there even when it's uncomfortable. She did the work. A good man is not going to knock on your door while you're sitting at home scrolling through your phone complaining there are none left. You want a great relationship? Go build a life. And the right person will find you in the middle of it. Tell me I'm wrong and follow my page for more personal stories.
That man is not getting attention because he's special. He's getting attention because of who he's with, okay? I hate to say it, but he's not the main event here. He's the plus one. When women are looking at him, it's not because they're saying, oh my God, I want him. He's so hot. Okay? They're actually looking at her like, what's going on with that? What do they have going on there? He must be doing well in life. He must be really smart. Something's going on over there. Listen, my cortisol levels simply cannot take men misunderstanding basic social dynamics. It's called pre-selection. Look it up. Because all of that good lighting that man is getting is actually the spotlight that the girl brought to the table. And sadly, I've seen this happen in the wild. Some women don't flirt with men that they actually want. They flirt with them because they want to win a game against her. She's basically on an episode of Survivor just gathering data. Meanwhile, this poor soul of a man is sitting there saying, wow, yeah, I still got it. I got it going on. Like, no, sit down, okay? You were never assigned. You're basically just the monkey in the middle of two women that want the ball. So get a grip. The guys that can actually figure this out are usually very strong, masculine men anyway. And the ones who complain about it are usually the dudes that feel like they're the prize.
Let me clarify what I meant why modern men are not dating anymore. Besides the economic struggle a lot of us face, modern dating has turned into a free-for-all, at least in the social media space, because we cannot negate that media and social media doesn't have effect on our psyche and how we see day-to-day life. When I said back in the day people didn't date, what I mean is prior to 1960, revolution, people did not date around the way we date now. They courted with the intent of marriage. Now, was every single person following that No, but the way we date now, how it's a free-for-all, how people do sleep together during the dating phase, that was not socially acceptable. That was just not normal. Were people doing it? Yes, but it was not normal. And if a woman happened to get pregnant, they would get married, because socially it was not okay for people to have premarital, have kids out of wedlock, and that be a-okay for everybody. That just was not a thing.
She said all that, and she ain't said a thing. Men aren't dating anymore because the women aren't worth dating. There you go.
What you mean?
Talk to me about what? Like, I don't know what it is that you want to talk about. Please, come to the house.
You broke up with me.
Because you made an OnlyFans account and I told you not to.
Okay, are you gonna pay my bills? What are you talking about?
Don't blame this dude one bit for walking away, man, and breaking up with her. You know, I don't. There's men out here dealing with it. You know, women who are turning to OnlyFans and porn and all these different platforms are getting their money from other men. I'm telling you right now that that's not a woman that you want to marry. That's not a woman you want to stay with or wife up or have children with. You got to learn how to discern these things as men and women too, going into with men, right? We're both sinners. It don't matter who we are. We're born sinners. We're born rebels. We're born with the devil trying to pull us apart from the Lord. And that's just how it works. You know, that's reality, right? Your woman is going to fear God, man. And at the end of the day, if you want a wife, that's what you're going to have to find. You're going to have to find a woman who's going to put God first and knows her biblical role as a woman and knows your biblical role as a man. Life is going to get hard. We're going to get thrown trials and tribulations financially, mentally, spiritually. Life is hard. That's the whole point. That's why we have someone to turn to. And I talk about this in every single video. God loves you. He has a plan for your life, and he will help you with everything. Your finances, your mental, your spiritual, physical, whatever it is. Our God is a miracle worker. He is a way maker, and he's paving ways for you that a lot of us will not see in the moment. You know, it's not about what we see now. It's about what we're going to see later, and we're going to understand way more when it actually happens.
Last night, a kid at my volleyball club, I don't even know if he was 21. He said, I've had a crush on you and I just want to know if you have any dietary restrictions. So that made me giggle. And I said, no, I don't. And he said, can I take you out for ice cream? Oh! That is the cutest, sweetest, most wholesome thing that anybody has ever asked. I respectfully declined, but I told him that it was very cool of him to ask me that. A total stranger. I'm obviously like 15 years older than him, but I thought it was really cool of him. And I just wanted this to be a PSA. Guys, go up to women and ask them out. Tell them that their shoes are cool and that you want to take them out for ice cream. Last night, a kid at my volleyball club, don't even know if he was 21. He said, I've had a crush on you and I just want to know if you have any dietary restrictions. So that made me giggle. And I said, no, I don't. And he said, can I take you out for ice cream? Oh! That is the cutest, sweetest, most wholesome thing that anybody has ever asked. I respectfully declined, but I told him that it was very cool of him to ask me that. A total stranger. I'm obviously like 15 years older than him, but I thought it was really cool of him. And I just wanted this to be a PSA. Guys, go up to women and ask them out. Tell them that their shoes are cool and that you want to take them out for ice cream.
I could watch you for a lifetime. You my favorite.
I've always found it so fascinating when I see TikToks that are like this, that all go with this weird scenario about how the future husband of their kids, you know, yeah, they asked them out like 100 times, and it wasn't until the 101st time that the girl finally said yes, and now they're married. Like, to me, this makes literally both of you look bad. And honestly, the fact that she felt to post this shows like the level of respect she kind of has for her husband. Because what you're saying subconsciously is two things. Number one is your husband did not have a lot of options because he was probably chasing after you no matter how many times you said no. And then you wanted to do better, but therefore you persistently tried probably for a few years to get better, but those guys did not want you. So eventually, when you came to the realization that the guys that you wanted don't want you, and the girl that he wants eventually would run out of options, you finally chose him. And what I don't get is, like, you post this, and then when, like, a billion people pointed out the same thing that I did, she just turns off comments. Like, what did you want out of this? Did you want us to be like, oh, yay, that's so nice of you to point out the fact that your husband literally chased after you and you didn't want him and you wanted other people, and then finally said yes because nobody wanted you? Just remember, boys, a girl who breaks up with you or says no to you, then suddenly agrees to it later, it wasn't because she realized that suddenly she wanted you. It's that she suddenly realized that the guys that she didn't want her.
So one of my guy friends gave me permission to make a Hinge account for him, because I was telling him how easy dating is with dating apps. And he was telling me that it's incredibly difficult. And I was like, Pete, you must be doing something wrong. And he gave me permission to create an account for him and just run the account. I've been a virtual boy for 3 days, and I've never felt this bad about myself. I feel like a freaking loser trying to get these girls to like me. And I'm starting to hate women, because I'm like, when I say I mean Pete, because that's the account I'm using. Pete's about a 6. But I'm so desperate, I'm liking the 2s and the 3s, and even they won't like me back, Pete, which is a 6. So what level of delusion has entered women's heads? Like, what is going on? It is so difficult dating as a boy. I hate it. I'm on day 3 of being a boy, and I hate women, and I'm more depressed than ever.
This is exactly what men have been saying for years about dating apps. Because first off, it is very rare for men to even get matches, especially matches with women that they are actually physically attracted to. And that is not because men are swiping only on supermodels, like they're only swiping on 10s. They are swiping right on a variety of women, just as long as they think that they could be attracted to her. But ladies, you have to understand that even when men find matches, it is very rare for them to have an actually good conversation, because usually you ladies are really dry texters and you will just ghost them oftentimes. So yeah, men have been complaining about this for the longest of times, which is why if you're a woman that is interested in a man off of a dating app, all you have to do is to show a little bit of effort. If you do that, that man is going to double down on the effort and the energy that he spends on you. He's going to pursue you and most likely be everything that you want him to be. It is like a no-fail way to end up with a boyfriend.
A lot of these modern women, man, I was listening to a woman the other day give her list of demands, and you're like, you don't really understand what life is about. You're going to have a hard time getting what you want in life. Modern women have become so comfortable with making demands, some of which don't even make a whole lot of sense. And then when the demands don't get met, men just can't rise to the occasion. Does a man even want to rise to the occasion?